Hey there, okay, here's another video, and this one's going to be using the Fibonacci expansion tool. Now you may remember in the previous video how I showed you that when we drew the initial Fibonacci tool, we had areas where we could, here is the 100% and there is the 0%. You can see that, when one of these two levels get broken, you have these levels here, which are basically your expansion levels. Okay, now using this tool, this one right here, the Fibonacci, doesn't really give you the same kind of mechanics as this one does. Alright, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you basically a better way to actually make a lot more money, alright, using the Fibonacci expansion tool. So what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to find the low, and then we're going to find the high. Alright, so there's the low, okay, and there's your high. The next thing we need to do is, once we've found the high, okay, we need to find a lower low, and the lower low is established right here. Okay, once the lower low has been established, we can then go ahead and apply this tool on here. Now this lower low will only be established once the trend starts to move back the other way. Alright, and this one here would end up turning into a lower high. Okay, so I mean the astute trader, I guess, would try and take advantage of this retracement, okay, and go ahead for that 61.8% Fibo, okay, and profit from it. Alright, now the cautious trader, okay, or the patient trader should I say, could be sitting there waiting to attack. Alright, now they're going to do is take it from that high to this particular low point, and our entry, now rather using the entry with the Fibonacci tool from here to there and waiting for that line to be broken, I'm going to wait for this line to be broken, which happens to be the 127% Fibo extension on the downside of it, but it's also the 61.8% Fibo extension. Okay, so let's go ahead and take off the Fibonacci tool, and that's that one there. Let's delete that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use this area as my entry point. Okay, there's my entry at 61.8% Fibo extension. My first TP area is going to be here. My second TP area is going to be here. Now this level here you won't have on your Fibo extension. I'm going to show you how to actually incorporate that into your chart. Okay, and there's the third one. Alright, the 161.8 will get hit quite a lot. Not all the time, but it will get hit quite a lot. You'll also make a nice fair amount of profits from the entry price to the expansion level 100, alright, or the 100% Fibo extension, or expansion should we say. Okay, and so yeah, and we can start applying some money management trading rules on there. Like for instance, we'll go in there at 2 lots for instance, and then we'll ride it to our TP level number 1, and then we'll take off a half a position, so we're left with 1 lot. Okay, so whatever the distance is from here down to there, which is, I don't know, about 130 pips, equals 1.3k. Okay, alright, and then from here what you're going to do is basically take that half position off like I just mentioned, and your entry price would be here, but your stop loss area would probably be maybe here or here or here. So you'd have to choose your kind of risk levels and what have you. Okay, so this would be your stop loss levels. Normally you would choose a previous high. Alright, and once you've moved your once your initial stop loss levels there, and you've taken off this half position, you want to move your stop loss, okay, down to break even. Alright, so now you've just booked in that 1.3k, you've got 1 lot riding, okay, and you're trying to hope for this 1 lot to come down to the bottom here. but it doesn't. It goes back up and it hits your stop loss. So no harm, no foul done. Okay, you've just made 1.3k. Alright, and that's it, and we start over again. But sometimes you will get into some really nice consecutive areas where it will just miss that, and it will come down and hit your 138.2, and then it will go back up. So what you're going to do is move your stop loss. Once it hits down to here, you're going to take off another half a position, so you're going to have 0.5 left. Okay, you're going to have 0.5 left, riding from this point down to here. So you've got your one lot from here to there. Your stop loss is up here now, so you've booked in one lot. Basically, you've booked in your 1.3k, and if it came down to here, you essentially be like up another 1. Whatever that is from there to there, and whatever that is down to there. So you're looking at a fair old move there. I know it's a lot. Alright, so basically you're going to be getting, let's just say that this was like another 130 pips from here to there. Alright, and this is another 130 pips. So you're going to be having one lot that will be 260 pips up, but you're going to take a half a lot off. Alright, and you're going to be booking in another 1.3k, and you'll have 0.5 riding from this point down to here. Alright, so I know it's a little bit complicated, but we'll show you basically when we do some live trades how we're actually working that out. Alright, so yeah, you take it from the low to the high, and then you find basically the point where it stops first. Alright, and then you get your expansion tool out, and then wait for the market to come back. Alright, now we can do this all day long until we're blue in the face. Alright, here is another area here. I'm just going to take it from a high to a low. The 61.8 gets hit, and the 100 gets hit, and it gets hit right there, and we're looking at 73 pips. Alright, and the market goes back up the other way, and once it starts going back the other way, then what you're going to do is you're going to delete that one and get a new one out, and we're going to take it from that high to this, to that low there, and then this is going to be our entry point, 61.8, and we're going to get out at the next Fibo entry, or we can basically safeguard our trades and hopefully it will come back down to the 138.2 or even the 161.8. Alright, then you'll get to a point where as you keep on doing this, alright, let's say from this low down to here, there's one. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You're going to have to be a little bit more cautious. Alright, you want to basically take a look over here somewhere to see if these levels are going to be okay. But this one, you might, if you leave the trades too long, or if you've actually taken too much profit out from the initial high, you might have actually depleted all of the profits. So what you probably will end up doing once you see that happening is that you're going to reverse the manner in which you actually draw the triangle, the Fibonacci tool. Rather than doing it from a high to a low, you're going to do it from the low to the high. Alright, and then once it hits the 100% level, boom, up it goes. Alright, so whereas we might need to make sure we've got everything all lined up. Let's just make sure all these are lined up first. Okay, it's from a low. Okay, it's about there. I need to make sure that that's just about right. I think I need to go a little bit higher. There we go. Okay, so there is our entry right here. Alright, and then we can target the 100% level, and that would have worked out to be around about 50 pips. So that's not bad. Okay, and I mean this just happens all day long. We'll take it from this area to here. Alright, breaks the 61.8, up it goes. Alright, and your stop loss will be most likely down here, the next previous low. Alright, we've taken it from there to there. The market's basically come down a little bit, then we're waiting for the market to go back up and hit our entry level, and then we're going to basically set this level as our TP area, as our first one. Okay, it does come down a little bit, but our stop loss is going to be down here. Alright, so we're well away. Okay, so play around with that. Alright, I'm pretty sure you're going to have lots of fun with this one and lots of profits to come from it. Alright, and let me know when you do make lots of profits from it. Alright, okay, so I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye for now.